2020. What a year. Hopefully the likes of which we'll never have to experience again. As many moments of uncertainty, fear, and loss that we had, there were some good things that come out. Shockingly. From one catastrophic event to the next, it felt like things would never get better. For the most part, they didn't. Luckily, one game came out that acted like Novocaine, take our minds off things, and let us all be happy again. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Was there any question? Well, possibly. As a whole, I think 2020 was a very boring year for the world of video games, but we still had some solid titles come out. Streets of Rage 4 sprung back into the gaming scene seemingly out of nowhere and provided as good of a beat-em-up experience in the modern day that we could ask for. Doom Eternal continued the Doom series streak of up-close and personal gun gameplay that made killing demons as fun as it was over 20 years ago. Fall Guys was the Japanese game show video game we never knew we wanted. 3D platforming and Battle Royale is one of the most strangely unusual but action-packed game crossovers I've played in some time. In my humble opinion, Animal Crossing trumps all three of these games and many others as the crown jewel of gaming for the year 2020. Even though New Horizons is undoubtedly my favorite game of 2020, I had the privilege of experiencing this game from a perspective that's hard to come by with the series. A newbie. Yes, as a matter of fact, this is the first Animal Crossing game I've ever played. I don't know, I don't have any valid reasons for why this is a thing. As much as Animal Crossing is a long-running series of quality games just like Mario, Kirby, Pokemon, and the like, my childhood was completely void of anything Animal Crossing related. I don't remember any of my friends or peers talking about, mentioning, or ever bringing up Animal Crossing, ever. I never even really heard of Animal Crossing until the series really exploded in popularity on handheld consoles. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Me and Animal Crossing simply never crossed paths when, best case scenario, we should have. It sucks for sure, but what am I gonna do? Despite the fact I didn't grow up with Animal Crossing, I was ultra excited to finally play a home console release. Tons of my friends were giddy with excitement, and what can I say, it rubbed off on me. I went from knowing nothing about it to understanding its existence to being surrounded by people who never shut up about it to brainwashed, peer pressured into buying it. And I guess that's what friends are for, right? Jumping in, I had no idea what to expect. I had no clue what I was getting myself into. I knew next to nothing about what you actually do in Animal Crossing. Visiting other islands, villagers, decorating your house, Tom Nook and his insurmountable Scrooge McDuck-like greed. This was all new and quite frankly foreign to me. I really wish I had some sort of recorded gameplay to show what was happening when I was really frustrated when I first started playing this game, because there was a point where I really hated this game. I was stunned. I felt like I had been cheated and lied to. Someone dislikes Animal Crossing? What in the world? How is this possible? It's Animal Crossing. It's wholesome. It's cute. It's relaxing. It's chill. I sure didn't see it that way. I really wish I could turn back the hands of time to put myself in that mindset again, because it's so polar opposite from how I feel now. But I vividly remember being like in that mindset and disliking New Horizons a lot and thinking that that was like actually fact. I still think after grasping everything there was to learn that New Horizons does a terrible job of teaching its core mechanics to someone new to the series. Granted, I'm part of a small minority group in this regard, but I shouldn't be ignored because I'm a minority. Is it my fault? Honestly, to a certain extent, probably. To people who've been playing since the GameCube or DS days, it must sound pretty sad, bordering on the pathetic lines of how do you jump in Mario or how do you aim in Call of Duty sort of deals. That's my biggest and perhaps only real problem with New Horizons. The entryway to enjoying the game as a newcomer is as easily accessible as climbing Mount Everest without oxygen. It wasn't until I was explained to by friends familiar with the series already on how to plant fruit trees, where and how to gather resources, the importance of paying back Tom Nook and the whole Nook Mile system. For about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay, I'd say, I wasn't playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, I was playing mind-numbing, tedious task completion simulator. Pulling out weeds, chopping down trees, collecting peaches, whoopee. I just didn't get it. I distinctly remember arguing with some friends and spewing off, how is this fun? I don't get it. How would this be fun to anyone? Boy, am I happy I stuck through those growing pains. Just to further illustrate how little I know about this series and New Horizons specifically, I didn't even know turnips were in the game until my friend told me a couple days ago. It's almost 2021. Once I did, I was able to enjoy the Animal Crossing experience as intended. Villagers moving in, completing tasks, wandering around and adventuring, and making my island my own little slice of paradise. New Horizons really was the peaceful, pure game I heard it was. I merely couldn't see it for what it was through a thick smog of uneducated confusion. Once it dissipated away, it was smooth sailing from there. The first thing that really got me invested was when I was told on how I could get more villagers to move to my island. Every time I saw a new villager, whether on a friend's island or a Nook Miles island, always felt incredibly special, like an unexpected gift on your birthday or Christmas. Once I could recruit them, it was first come, first serve. And I will one day be making a video all about my New Horizons villagers. One day. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Don't worry though, I didn't get everything spoiled to me, just how to play the game, which is that even really spoilers? Technically. Finding Celeste and figuring out what she did was nifty. Unintentionally scaring the Wisp every time I utter a word to them. The fireworks show and hanging out with the homies only helped to deepen the sense of community. I'm seeing this stuff all for the first time and on my own. These moments of discovery of not only something new, but something I didn't know was there in the first place is the true magic that makes New Horizons as fun to play as it is. You know what? Now that I think about it, there's still tons I probably haven't even seen, found, or figured out fully. It took me months to know what the hell Red was doing there, wandering around looking suspiciously suspicious. Flick and CJ were equally out of the blue and surprising. They all feel so varied and different. Every character, and I mean every character, truly feels unique in their personality and how they vibe around myself and other villagers as well. Except Timmy and Tommy. Sorry fellas. I haven't searched online if what I've experienced in New Horizons has simply been copy and pasted from previous games or unique to this installment out of potentially being spoiled. It's irrelevant to me though. Everything I've experienced in this game, aside from the really dull and monotonous introduction, has been an absolute blast to play. If you're wondering what specific type of Animal Crossing player I am, I'm the type who jumps on for an hour, give or take, spruces up the island each time I'm on, mingle with the villagers, and see what all there is to do. I've honestly tried to wrap my head around the fact that there's people who play this game for over like 5 hours a day, even like double-digit hours a day. Maybe this person is you. How do you do it? I would go insane. There's only so many times I can go fishing and dive underwater or buy clothes from the Label Sisters before I start to feel like a walking zombie Spotify album that's stuck on repeat. That's no fault of the game though. It's like, how many times can you ride the roller coaster before the thrill and anticipation just wears off, you know? How many times can you eat your favorite food in a row before you get bored of it? How many hours can you clock on your favorite game in a single sitting before you feel burnt out? See what I'm saying? If any other of the previous Animal Crossing games are 1/50th, 1/97th as good as New Horizons is, I'm finally able to understand the love, the hype, the global, worldwide fan admiration for the series, and I am so finally happy to be a part of it, genuinely. New Horizons honestly feels as magical to me as Super Mario 64 did for my love of platformers, as Kingdom Hearts did for my love of anything that could even be slightly considered weeby. Animal Crossing, for me, is the gaming equivalent of comfort food. Happy, sad, good day, bad day, alone with the homies, I can hop on, do whatever I want, see some familiar faces, and have a damn good time doing so. Without sounding too corny, I'm almost tempted to say this game changed my life. I shifted from knowing nothing about this series to not understanding and at one point hating it to something I play literally almost every day. I know it's safe to speak for everyone when I say that every once in a while you happen to play a game that takes hold of you more than you thought it would. It could be a single player game like Breath of the Wild, Skyrim, or Undertale, even multiplayer games like Counter-Strike, TF2, or Minecraft. For a lot of people, these weren't another title in the backlog, they were once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Genre-defining games, moments in time that'll live on as warm, fuzzy nostalgia for the rest of our life. Already, that's how I feel New Horizons is going to go down in the history books of time for me. It's more than a game. It's a home away from home, friends outside of friends, and activities outside of activities. Gosh, I haven't really put this much unbridled time and dedication in a game since I played like Paladins or Stardew Valley, both of which I still very much love to this day. Yeah, okay, go ahead and make fun of me for enjoying Paladins. I'll turn the other cheek. It was my way of playing Overwatch without having to pay for it, so who really gets the last laugh? I know. You do. I can't fathom the hundreds of thousands of good times and memories I could have had if I had played this game when it first came out on GameCube that are just gone, that cease to exist. But I suppose it's better late than never, right? I'd rather have got it late than never get to it at all. I know there's more great things awaiting me, and that the best is yet to come. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the usual end slate of Jazzbur videos. I don't think it'll really be a surprise to anyone that my favorite game of 2020, and I think most people's favorite game of 2020 was Animal Crossing New Horizons. Let me know in the comments below if New Horizons was your favorite. Actually, let me know in the comments below what your favorite game of 2020 was. It might be a smidge rude of me to just assume that everyone's favorite game of this year was New Horizons, but I think For most people, it definitely is. But if yours was something different, let me know. I'd love to see that too. 2020 is coming to a close. Next video, which hasn't been worked on, but I have the idea laid, I have the plans, I have the foundation laid out for it. I think it's going to be a really good way to end the year on the channel. It's going to be the biggest video I've ever put out. It's going to be the longest video I've ever put out. It's going to be different though. It's not going to be your usual review that you guys are used to seeing on my channel. I'm really interested and excited to work on it and see what the end result looks like and see what everyone thinks of it. With all that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time for the grand finale of 2020 with something you're just gonna have to stick around and see what it is for yourselves when it when it comes out. But yeah, take it easy and take care.